Yo guys, this is Ash here from the Network Studios. Wow, welcome. First live stream like this. I actually only just found this out the other day that you can actually go live on your mobiles and tablets and things like that to do live streams now. That's actually pretty weird. Like, yo Alfie man. Oh wow, you can actually see the comments as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, wow, welcome. Mm. Um, oh, sick. How are you doing, Alfie? People. So I'm guessing this actually goes live on Network Studios. Hey, you know what? All my days, I've just had like the sickest idea ever. Wait a sec, guys. Yo, wait a sec. Oh, me, I'm sound. Wait, if I go to YouTube on my phone, guys, watch this. You see that there? Go live. So when we're at clubbing dues, if I can connect to free Wi-Fi, then I can actually live stream at the clubbing do. Like I can actually go live for a little while at the clubbing do. That's sick. Like imagine taking like clubbing year live with us. Wow, sick. Huh, fair enough. Wow. Sick. Amazing. Can't actually believe that. Allowing you to go live and all of that shiz. Like this. Wow. Oh, jeez. Keep comments going. Got any new lyrics, bro? Not yet, bro, but I'm actually, to be honest with you, just before starting this live stream, I was browsing through some tracks, and I actually found a really sick beat, and you know, I was just kind of going to myself, you know, like MCing to myself, not really recording, but MCing to myself, and I actually came up with some pretty good stuff, some like sort of new stuff, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I've got future plans for MC Noble. Actually, I've got some pretty decent future plans. I've got a future plan which is definitely going to happen, and then I've got two other future. I've got two other future plans. What might not happen. They kind of might happen. So the future plan, what is gonna happen is you know, like the backing tracks to my MCs, I'm gonna start making my own in the future. I'm not sure when. I'm gonna start making my own beats to go in the background, and then I'm gonna start writing more of my lyrics down. I'm gonna start writing a bit more of a story, what has a meaning, and then I'm gonna kind of like MC it and rap it out. A bit kind of like what the Blackout Crew did. They kind of like created their own donks, and then they kind of like added their own story to it, if you like, and they kind of like made like each song kind of have a meaning. Like there was Put a Donk on it, and then there was Bubba Bubba Bounce, and then there was like Rum Pa Pump, and then there was No Guns, No Knives, and it was on about, you know, no guns, no knives, I don't do crime, I don't do time. And then they on about trying to survive like in a gang world or something like that. So yeah. And then the other two plans, which which aren't completely in set in stone yet, is I've been speaking to a radio company, and they might be putting me on a little radio show in the future, and I might be going to help out in some guy's music studio. What's my thoughts on the Manchester attack? Well, my thoughts on that is I'm absolutely disgraceful about what happened. Like, I don't get like how somebody could personally come up with it in the mental mind to go and do something like that, especially somewhere with like loads of kids. I find that sick. I find it sick to the stomach. Like, I tend not to think about it, not because I'm harsh and I don't care about them, but because it just makes me feel ill that somebody could actually, like, wake up one day and think, you know what, I'm going to go and bomb a massive arena full of kids, you know what I mean? And full of young people. Like, it just makes me feel sick, like, how people can stomach it in the mind, let alone actually doing it. The fact that they've even like thought about it. I mean, obviously they haven't just gone ahead and woke up one day and thought I'm gonna do it. They've obviously had to plan it somehow and get the bomb or whatever. So I think it's just sick how they can plan to do something like that. And I mean, even if they wanted to take their own lives, there's like other ways of doing it without harming other people. Like, in my opinion, they're just sick in the mind. If you ask me. I don't like it, to be fair. I just find it disgusting. So, like I say, I actually tend not to really think about it because I don't get how they could do something like that. And I think I just missed a comment as well. I don't know if I can go back and... no, show chat messages. You might want to put that on again. Oh wow, I can actually change the... hi, just like the vent. Oh my god, look all the bubbles coming around my screen. What's this one? Ooh, yeah, there's all like disco lights now. Whoa, now everything's all blurry like you're drunk. Yo, you're drunk, bro, I'll tell you. Whoa, these are actually pretty weird. Now this looks like an old footage, like you're watching something from years ago. Yeah. I was a deer. Love the animals on GTA. I like them. My GTA's broke at the moment, so I can't play it. I'd love to play it. I mean, who? Well, to be fair, who wouldn't? GTA is a sick game. Yeah, I'll get rid of that now. And cheers for the like, bro. If you could all leave a like and subscribe, I would be very appreciated. What would Noreen say? Oh, mate, I don't know what Noreen would say, to be fair. I don't actually know what Noreen would say. I tend not to think about what Noreen would say. Wow, Noreen. Noreen has got to be, like, the best Park Drive character. I don't know why, like, the thing is, though, before Park Drive actually started, I was actually doing the Noreen voice. Kind of like... The thing is the Noreen voice actually comes from the actual Noreen from Benidorm. I don't know if you've ever seen that show, but she was the, like, oldish woman with white curly hair, what always came to Benidorm with her son Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, she comes to Benidorm with her son Jeff, and he's like that one. He's the one who was on the PG Tips advert, and he's he's always like like how we can like win all these pub quizzes. He's like pub quiz champion, and you know what I mean. Like he knows like answers to all like crosswords and riddles and stuff like that, and then his mum's meant to help him, but she always like gets it wrong, and that's kind of where I got the voice from, and then I just developed it into my own Noreen character, which To be honest, I prefer the Noreen I do to the one in Benidorm, but that's it, Johnny Vegas. I'm sure that, yeah, that's him. He's always like, she's not my mum, she's me PA, kind of thing. Which I always find him quite funny. But, you know. I can, you know, I'm alright at voice impressions, I guess. I'm quite good at them. I'm not the best, but, you know, let's say I give them a bash. You know. I can do some. I can do some, mate. I don't know, maybe comment a voice impression or something, like, at the side, like, it can be, like, anything, like, from an accent, what's real, to, you know, like, maybe, like, a cartoon character, and I'll do the voice if I know how to do it. Like, I guess, if, you know. I mean, I don't know every cartoon character, but, you know, I can give quite a few a go. You know, but it's up to you guys. I mean, you know, you're the boss. I just do what you guys put in the comments. But yeah, me, you know, always working on new lyrics. Dee dee dee. Ha, Eric Cartman. Oh wow. Oh, I'm trying to think of that thing he said. Oh, I'm trying to think of that. Oh, I'm trying to think of that thing he says. Screw you guys, I'm going home, or something like that. I don't know, like. Hey, yeah, man, I am Jamaican, and all the Rasta man with a bacon. That's Jamaican. My name is Bobby Brown. I come from Jamaica, where the green is smoking fine, and daddy Rasta man. You know how it is. Oh, your game glitched. So, what you talking about, Willis? Oh no, it's happened again. do Sam Dingle. Oh wow. Oh, Samson, you weren't supposed to kill that chicken. I aren't living at yours no more, Lisa. I'm going down into the village. Oh, Lawrence wants me on guard at home farm again. Oh dear. Yeah, that's Sam Dingle in the best way I can remember. In the best way I can picture his voice. Sam Dingle. Mate, Sam Dingle must have been in that show years. Mate, I can remember like 2003, maybe even earlier than that, when he run Edna over in Kane Dingle's car. Jeez, that was like... I only vaguely remember that as a kid as well. Wow. I'm getting Overwatch with Lego Worlds 2. Sick, you'll have to join my Lego World. I think this is going to be a decent size, takeaway size, what I'm doing on Lego Worlds anyway. Hey, watch this. Yo. The time is that. Oh yeah, so when people say it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, no, it's 5 to, that's because I look at that clock. Alright, I don't care what somebody's phone or tablet says. I go by that clock and I start Park Drive by that clock. Just thought I'd put that out there because we have a lot of debates each Park Drive episode by me looking at that clock and saying it's like 5 to 8 and then they're saying no, it's 8, check your phone. I go by that clock, okay. Recognise the t-shirt? It's what I went to the retro doing back in March. Yeah, it was in March. Nearly 2 months ago. It was something like the 28th of March. No, it weren't. It was was it like the 31st of March and the 1st of April? I have no clue what Chop's doing. Come on, give me some more voices to do. There. Oh no, it's all good. It's 9:24 p.m. FC Noble. Oh wow. It actually is as well. That's the funny thing. It's not 4:20. This is good live signal to say that I've got my PlayStation on as well. You ever wanted to know the real me? Now you've got the real me. You see this eye here? The middle bit? Doesn't move. This eye here, the one I'm tapping, is the one I had an operation on when I was younger. And they took my eye out to do something behind it and put it back in, basically. Yeah. Yes. Noble Kid, Martin Kid, what's happening? How you diddly doing? What's happening? Any stories? Yeah, bro. Yeah, I had to work with a right knobhead today. Now, I'm literally telling you, a right knobhead. So basically, we've been set on a job. Obviously, I'm an aerial fitter. If you guys don't know, and basically, we've been set on this job. This guy's basically just bought a house, and he's basically in the process of kind of like modifying it before he moves in. It was a bit old on the inside, and it was kind of redecorating, putting new carpets down, a new kitchen. You get the shiz. And we were sent there to come and fit him a new area up to this house. And it's been pretty like packed as the house. There's been like plumbers and joiners there, and sort of like a lot of different kind of labour men have been like doing different things at this house, and there's been like setbacks and issues with the wood for the floorboards and stuff like that. And anyway, we've been working with this this joiner called PB Joiner, and he's basically one of them people who kind of thinks he can run the show, if you know what I mean. One of them people what thinks he's like up there and knows everything about being a joiner, knows everything about being a plumber, knows everything about being a builder. And in other words, he served a couple of years in the army. I think something like the Navy or something like that. He did something out to sea, and he basically turned into one of these people who, you know, basically thought he was a big man, thought he was like, you know, the boss, Mr. Manring, who could tell everybody what to do. And he was just going, it'd been literally been going on all day about how he's this big man and how he was so big and how it was so dangerous out to sea, and then he was kind of telling everybody what to do. Like even us, like we came, you know, to the job to fit the aerial, as you obviously know. And he was bossing us about, telling us like, make yourself useful and clear this room because some more floorboards were rotten and some wood had like worm stuff in it, which makes, you know, the wood go rotten, and it can actually make people living in the house, like it can make the mill. And he was kind of like bossing us about and getting us to kind of help him with that, just because he was coming to obviously snags and delays. And you know, he was kind of, you know, whinging and saying, "Oh, we'll all have to stay here till 3 in the morning. You know, I don't care. You know, if we have to do that to get it done, then we will." And you know, we were kind of just like, "No, we won't." I'm down at the park sick. So yeah, we were kind of like, well, no, mate, you know, what do you mean we? You might be, we're not, you know what I mean? And he was just one of them like people, and then he was like he kind of like took a break, had a drink out of a flask, like, you know, like a cup of tea type thing. And then he worked again for, you know, not, you know, I wouldn't even say 15 minutes, and then he stopped to have another drink. And basically he was just, you know, then like sat there having his drink, telling people what to do, telling them they aren't working hard enough and you can't get the staff around here. And you know, he was just one of them. He's just one of them people who you just kind of, you know, think they need a good telling. You know, they need to learn when to pipe down, and, you know, not be as big, because one day he's gonna get a hit right on his cheek or something like that, and then he's gonna regret it, isn't he? But you know, he was just one of the, you know, you come across them, don't you? But he was just one of them people what you know, what just, you know, you have to come across, unfortunately. But you know, yo, welcome back to the stream, because I'm live at the moment and stuff's going down. But I'm getting a little bit of a bad connection, I think, so I'm not sure if the stream will go off. I've never streamed this way before. I'm live right now. You can see my face type thing. What do you put for the knocking on the door in PD? Well, you see this here. This is my Bluetooth speaker, and I usually lay it down like this in PD, and I usually just go like that, or sometimes, depending what's handy, depending what I've been using before PD, I sometimes just go, or I even sometimes just get something like my phone and go like, and just make a little tapping sound near the headset. It all really depends what's near me and what I feel like using at the time. I'm gonna tell you a funny story actually. I've been doing Park Drive about well over 50 episodes, and I've been, you know, making knocking noises for people, you know, for people like knocking in their scenes on Park Drive. And I knocked once, and it was a scene where it was, you know, where somebody was quite angry, and I was doing a knocking sound for them. I can't remember who it was, but, you know, I was making them knock a bit louder and a bit quicker because they were angry. And my grandparents downstairs actually thought somebody was knocking them real. So they actually, you know, went to the door, opened the door, thought somebody was there, wondered why nobody was there. kind of thing. And then in the end, they were like, "Is that you knocking, Ash?" And I was like, "Yeah, I always do my knocking for Park Drive." Because you know, we've been doing Park Drive since October, kind of thing. But it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, like at the time, but at the same time, you know, like yeah, it was just kind of funny. Like I don't know. I just watched the ep where Derek was in the tree. Oh yeah, that's because Steve Woods pushed him. Yeah, Steve Woods pushed him, and because Steve Woods has basically come to the point now where he doesn't care that he's a bad guy. Whereas before he'd be kind of like begging everybody like, "Oh, I'm gonna change, I swear." But now he's kind of seen himself that he's got no cure. If no one's gonna help cure him, then he's not gonna get better, and he quite enjoys being ill. It's all being evil. It's all part of his his mental illness. So now he's like kind of being terrorizing and putting pressure on Derek, and because Derek knows he killed Marco, and he's kind of been like threatening him and forcing him that stuff will happen to Noreen if he dabs to the police about what he did to Marco, kind of thing. And Derek's kind of agreed to the deal because he doesn't want anything to happen to Noreen, but at the same time he still don't like Derek, and Derek still he still don't like Steve, and Derek's been getting cocky to him, so he says he's the king of PD, but when the one-on-one, that comment didn't stay long enough, by the way. But yeah, he says that like he's thinking he rules. Like this is Steve Woods' big moment now, where he thinks he's the one in control. He's gonna make everybody suffer. And then obviously, which I'm not gonna state in the live stream. We've obviously been talking about our plans, but right now, as far as PD episodes go, he's in control. He's telling Derek what to do. He's pushed Derek. He's the big man in control. He's obviously been bossing Harrison about. Martin's the only person he is afraid of. Yeah, pretty much, because Martin physically tied him up and set the garage alight with him in it. But whereas Paul's only really ever hit him with a stick on the head, and like Derek's only punched him a few times. Whereas you've kind of like locked him in a garage, and you've really shown him what not to mess with him, kind of thing. And obviously, Derek's like obviously, Steve Woods is more afraid of you than anybody else, because Steve Woods always knows since school, which goes back obviously before Park Drive, that you were the stronger man. You were always stronger than him. Like Steve Woods might be stronger than Derek, or might be stronger than Paul or Harrison, but as far as Martin goes, Martin's always overruled Steve Woods in anything. Playground battles, fights in the park, whatever's happened. And I think that's why Steve's so afraid of him, because Martin's always beating him, and if Martin means business, then Martin means business in Park Drive. Ash has. Oh wow, the comments don't stay on that long, to be fair. I wish there was a way you could go back and see them. I'll probably might be able to go and see them after. If you want to type that again. And I'm on bad connection as well. Stream might go down, guys. I hope not, but stream might. Just saying. Martin could smash anyone in PD. True. Martin's been in since the beginning. Martin was in the beginning scene of Park Drive. Like, Martin's been there from the beginning, man. Episode 1, Scene 1, Martin. I remember like the early days of Park Drive was because there wasn't many characters in it then, was there? So it was kind of a show based along Martin's troubles. His bad week, his sink leaking, and his garage going through, and these pikeys on his back. And then it kind of turned more into this like show, didn't it, with different actors in it. It's really weird though, like how Park Drive has changed. Because if you look back at episode 1, like loads of the scenes were kind of like round near your house with the green garage, and then like we used to do the odd scenes at the church. Whereas if you watch a Park Drive episode now, a lot of the scenes are kind of near Paul's mansion and that like the Spar shop area, and kind of like more around the church area. Whereas like the beginning of Park Drive, it was all sort of round near Martin's first house, and Paul living next door, which is like really weird. Can't wait till episode 100. Neither can I. It's gonna be a while yet, but it's kind of close at the same time. We are at like episode 83's tomorrow, but you've got to think like 84 will be on Sunday, which is like next week. So then you've only got 85, 86, then 87's another week. Then you've got 88, 89, and then 90's another week. So there's still a good 6, 7, maybe even 8 weeks just before we get to episode 100, because obviously, like, technically, really, there's only 2 episodes in a week. And then, because Sunday is always traditionally the start of the next week. Like, if you actually go back laws or Bibles or whatever. And it's weird, like, there's actually quite a lot of weeks till Park Drive, 100. But then at the same time, when you think, there's actually, like, we're on episode 83 next, so that's kind of like that's just under 20 episodes, about 18 episodes, about 17 episodes, really, which is weird to think. I'm gonna be back in just a sec, guys. I've got a date with a hot drink. I'll just be a sec. As a matter of fact,
cup of tea, Ash.
yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I know. Well, you're live.
Hey?
You're live on the web.
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Room tour hype. No, look. It's a cup of tea, not food. Oh yeah, bro. Nah, the hype is mental. Like, alright. Let's do this then. Alright, so you've got the door with the Darren Styles poster from a really old remix. You've got the clock. You've got an old shaving light where a mirror used to be underneath. Deodorant. I have my little miniature DJ mixer. A battery. My microphone for MC, which doesn't work anymore because a wire broke inside of it. Got my PlayStation 4, an Isles of Man TT poster, another remix poster which fell off the wall. We have my other DJ controller, which I need to get an even better one. We have my chest of drawers. We have my PS3, and then underneath that we actually have my PS2. We have my stereo system with 3 speakers. We have a load of PS2 games and PS4 games. Then we have my record player. We've got my CD player. I've got my little like It's to do with the microphone. I've forgotten what it's called. We have all my CDs in the windows. We've got my model cars. We then have my iPod docking station, which picks up the radio. So technically, in other words, it's another speaker. We have all my records, a model bike, some cables, a sexy ladies inside calendar, a load of CDs what aren't mine. I have another Bluetooth speaker here. So here's another Bluetooth speaker. I've got another speaker there. The shelf has a speaker inside. Yeah, why not? I might do that one day actually. My light switch, my bed light, my light itself. Look into the light. My window, my TV itself. I'm a loner. He's walking through the roughest part of his city. My PS3 controller. And oh, yes! I was looking for that earlier. Right, we're on to something now. They brought out a transit van on that game. And I wanted to find it. My Lego Worlds. And there we go. And then we've got my wonderful garden view. Aerials, mate. Roofs and trees and yippidees, yippidars, yippidoos. Right, I'm 5 minutes from home. Might stop at Subway. Sick. My real profile picture is just my Facebook profile picture. Soon as a room pooned. Alright, let's take this back now. Right, I'm just going to set the camera down somewhere. I've just got a couple of things that I need to do. What I need to just sort out. Okay? I can still talk. I can't hear comments. I can't read comments, rather, because I've got to focus on what I'm doing. But I can still talk, and don't worry. And literally all I'm doing is just sorting a couple of bits of whatnot out. What's not really that important for you guys, but just a little something that I need to do. Shouldn't take long. Oh yeah, guys, just before I do, MC Noble actually made a CD. I do have the disc somewhere. Ah, here it is. See? Just thought I'd show you that while we're here, doing it today. Making a new one this year, by the way, and giving it away. More about that when the time comes. Right. Two secs, guys. Two secs. Do-do-do. Right, that's what I want. What's love got to do with it? Yeah, I didn't see the comment, by the way, just because I'm a bit busy at the moment. But I will be back reading comments in a moment. I literally just had to make my bed and all of that stuff because you know, it literally shouldn't take that long to do, and then I will be with you. I shouldn't be long. I hope not. Alrighty. Hello. Oh yeah, there actually is the transit van. That's so cool. Yes. Alright, you can comment again now. I am here. Oh yeah, guys, while we're on the subject, have you guys ever tried Walker's Baked? They are like pretty new, I believe. Like, let me know, because I'd like to know if you've tried them. And that's cool, Amir. Just got a Subway, guess what I got in it? Ham, cheese, maybe? I'm not really sure, so you'll have to, you know. Alright, this is gonna be sick. Where would it be? Would it be in here? Oh yeah. Oh please say. Oh. So where would that? Oh, that looks sick. That literally is like a transit van. That's so. Wow. That is cool. They actually have a transit van in here. It's a little bit dodgy on the inside, I will say. I have like I have like had a lot to do with transit vans in my life. It is a bit dodgy. I've seen better. You can tell it's a transit van, by all means, but you know, it's still not, you know, it's not perfect. For example, there isn't a sliding door at, you know, um, alright, you can fasten a tension belt for whatever reason. Can you do it at this side? Weird. Let's go. Mate, it looks so sick though. Only Irish people understand the jokes. Long. Aye. Bye. Well, Right, well, I'm going to leave the live stream here. Like, subscribe and comment. See you in, after I've finished cramping in my foot, the next stream. Bye, guys.